Sorry, I was, where's my wait, is my background music on? No, it's not, okay. Hello, hi. Hello, everyone, hi, hello, 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 hi. Hi, hi, hi. Who do we have in chat today? Hold on, let's have a little look while I'm sorting my music, hold on a second. Who we got? Hi Atomic, congrats on redeeming first. Hi Mary, hi Abby, hi Ganar, hi Kristara, hello, hello, hello. Hi Chandler, hi Minima, hello, is it Panza? Hello, 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 hello. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing? Is everyone doing well? Mary! Mary, that's so sweet of you, thank you. Thank you so much, that's so, so sweet of you. Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me cry already. I was like, I'm definitely gonna cry during this stream, but I did. You know what? I was like, it's not gonna be right away. We'll be fine. That's so sweet of you. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. I'm fine. I'm glad. There's the cutie. Oh, no, you. Doing good girlfriend's currently doing my hair. What? How are they doing your hair? Are they braiding it? Are they just putting it up? Also, thank you for the bits, Mary. Thank you. How's our second favorite 10cm throwable pocket gremlin doing tonight? I said it well that time. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right, all things considered. Yeah. Know somewhere I could get pretty nice, cute art for like 20 euros? I do. I know a bunch of artists that could definitely help you out. If you're in like mine or Minnie's Discord, I can talk there about it. So. Since you want to make poofy and softer, we love that. We love that. Yeah, Panzer, I'll just like drop me a ping and we can talk about it in a bit. Yeah. So I'm gonna preface by saying that this stream is gonna be a bit of a heavier one. Kaya, Kaya, that's so sweet. Oh, Kaya, that's so sweet. Thank you, and thank you for the sub as well. Thank you so much. Oh God, you're so sweet. You're so lovely. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a heavier stream. There's gonna be some heavier topics. So I just want you guys to be aware that this is gonna be a bit more of a serious stream. Obviously we can still chat and we can still laugh and joke and stuff, but the premise of this stream is a little bit less lighthearted than usual. How donate? I don't actually know. I've never done it before. Replace the sub button on PC. Right. Okay. It poofed up a lot. We love that. I love poofy hair. Poofy hair's great. Are you okay? Ooh, good question. Ooh. I'm gonna do my absolute best to not cry during this stream, but that's very difficult because I am a chronic crier. I cry a lot. Okay, we got this. So for those who don't know, yeah, I am gonna be, big and bold and big and brave and say it. It's okay to cry, right? Cry, right? Oh my God, I love that. if I start crying, just start calling me Cry, right? You got this, thank you. Yeah, so May is as I mentioned in my tweet, if anyone didn't see it, it is BPD Awareness Month, and I've tried to not be... It's not that I've tried not to be open, I've just never really spoken about it, but I am somebody that struggles with BPD, and so I wanted to take a stream to talk to you guys about that, to address the kind of struggles that it has on my life and streaming in particular, and just kind of be really transparent with you guys. I think that that's really important. Yeah, and for those who haven't seen, there's like a donate panel somewhere on the stream, and for the entirety of May, thank you for the headpad, thank you. For the entirety of May, we will be raising money for Borderline Arts, which is a charity in the UK that specifically works with BPD and is trying to break that stigma. So, but yeah, just a warning that this is going to be a bit of a heavier stream. I I've turned some of my redeems off. I'm sorry. I'll refund you the points, I promise. I've just turned some of them off because this is a bit more of a serious stream. But I'll be bald later, I promise. I promise. I will be bald. I promise. Thank you, Kristara. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. That's so sweet and kind of you. To the UK as gifted. Exactly. Hydration check, thank you. I don't actually have any water right now. Kev, thank you for gifting a sub to Panda. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. How are you doing, by the way? I do have water. It's just really stale. And I'm glad everyone's getting their coin throws in. I'm glad it's actually working. No water, no money. Oh, I have water. I promise. It's just a bit stale. This is one of those streams where you guys can ask questions about whatever you want. You can just say whatever you want. Like, if you have a question, please ask it. If there's something you want to say it. It takes a lot to kind of like offend me, and nothing is like too bad of a question. So if there's anything you want to ask, please do. Don't feel like you can't ask me anything or can't say anything. Even though it's a serious stream, you know, I know that some people deal with that by making jokes and stuff like that. So if you just want to be silly and funny, please, that's fine. But I just want to set the point that this isn't gonna be like silly, goofy, haha, oh my god, guys, look, I'm bald kind of stream. I'm gonna say, I don't care that you hurt your elbow. How could you say that to me? It's actually a sack here. It is a sack here. Hope the sub helps and counts the thingy. I'm on mobile or on the toilet, not gonna lie. So I'm a bit impaired at the moment, but yeah, we're all still here despite life's BS and great in our own ways. Thank you so much, Kev. That means the world. And I hope your toilet trip goes great. Thank you. I will also be, any money that I get from subs and stuff will also go into donations. So, because I don't know if the subs directly count, but any money that I get from subs will go. What's the BPD rate? How much time it takes, like the window between switch ups. I don't know what you mean by switch ups. So, yeah. Also, Kristari, thank you for the bits. Thank you. So we'll start at the beginning and then we'll kind of go into things from there. Larry, what's the best way to support friends or loved ones who have BPD? That is a very good question. Let me start with just the bare basics of like what is BPD. So BPD, oh my gosh, music got real loud for a second. BPD stands for borderline personality disorder. It is it's like a mood emotion disorder that kind of is very stigmatized, very frowned upon, and very misunderstood. And that stigma, unfortunately, kind of affects people that struggle with it. And so I wanted to do this stream to really, this music's really loud, to really kind of raise awareness and to talk about it, and just, you know, just in a way that is open and healthy and that makes sense. Also, I'm glad you guys like the new emote. I support everyone and everything no matter what. Gotta spread wholesomeness. Exactly. So BPD affects around 1 to 2% of the population. So yeah, it kind of, in the grand scheme of things, it's a low percentage, but 1 to 2% is still a lot of people. Is it similar to bipolar? It is in some ways. A lot of the times it's called short bipolar. With bipolar disorder, you kind of have, typically you have these like week-long or month-long periods of certain like emotions. Whereas with BPD, they last kind of like hours or minutes. It's very fast-paced. So it's similar to bipolar, but just very quick. So a lot of times it's called like short bipolar. Yeah, it's not easy. And it is often described as one of the most difficult mental health disorders to deal with. There's no kind of cure for it or any kind of set way to tackle it aside from just years of really extensive therapy. There's not really kind of any medication I can take that'll fix it, or any kind of step-by-step guide that'll work, because it's so different for every person. So yeah, besides years of therapy, it's not really, yeah, it's not an easy thing. I have no idea what that means, but welcome on in. Hi. Yeah, so I think I'll just cut to like main part of how it affects me streaming, and this is like the part that gets a little bit more in depth. But a lot of like different symptoms of BPD kind of relate to just being able to function daily. So one of the main things is that I can't regulate my emotions. So if I get like upset, or if I get angry, or if I, you know, feel anything, typically, you know, if you feel sad, you're just like, oh, I feel sad, I'll do something to make myself feel better, you know, and you just kind of distract yourself and take yourself out of it. But with BPD, you can't really do that. There isn't really any way to like regulate emotion, so there's no way that I can get out of that, and I have to kind of just sit in that feeling until it passes, which can just last for hours, and it's not great. Is there a treatment? That is, but it's very long term. Again, it's a minimum of like 2 or 3 years of therapy, and that's like extensive like psychotherapy, and it's a very long process. Especially when healthcare is kind of in the shitter at the moment. It's not really something that is the most optimistic to look into, I suppose. Yeah, so in terms of that part of just the emotions, it's kind of, if one thing kind of sets me off and gets me in a certain emotional state, there's no way for me to take myself out of that. And so it very much interferes with any kind of schedule or plan that I have going on. I could schedule a stream and suddenly one thing sets me off and I'm out of commission for the whole day because I just have to wait for this to pass, and there's no way to manage it. There's no way to move forward from that. There's no way for me to fix that feeling or fix that emotion and do anything about it. So a lot of times when I plan to stream and, you know, it's cancelled or I don't stream, it's just because of things like that. It's because I'm not doing great and I can't really take myself out of it. Again, I will try and be as committed as I can to streaming, and I'll try and stick to schedules, but it's tough sometimes. Another thing with BPD is that emotions are just very extreme. They always it just goes from 0 to 100 in a second, and that's kind of where the stigma comes in of people always view people with BPD as like, oh, they're very like angry all the time, and you know, they always like try to hurt people, and just generally just quite nasty stigma, and that's not the truth. And obviously people who know me will know that, you know, I'm not a nasty person, you know, and I don't want to hurt people, but with a lot of labels, there's just this big stigma attached to it. Just remember that your well-being is more important. Thank you, that's very sweet. I do my best to try and prioritize that well-being, but it can be difficult sometimes. Yeah, there's a lot of stigma around it, and it doesn't help that, particularly this year, I don't know why, but there's been a big rise in BPD just kind of being romanticized. I just have no idea why. You know when like people kind of say, oh, I'm such a clean freak, oh, I have OCD, and obviously you don't. It's kind of that thing, where people will be like, oh, I'm such a BPD girly, and it's like, no, you're not. I guess I'll have to keep reminding you then. Thank you. It could be a terrifying thing to experience. No, really, it is. It's not easy, and it's often described as an emotional equivalent to having 3rd-degree burns. It is again, one of the most difficult mental disorders to have. And yeah, unfortunately I got slapped with it, but you know, we live and we learn, and we do what we can daily to try and get through it. I think to answer Minima's question of how to support loved ones and how to just be there for people that have BPD, it's just a big part of the disorder is this kind of fear of abandonment. It very much comes from a place of so many kind of life events have led you to think that anybody that comes into your life is just going to leave at any given moment. Whether that be a relationship, whether that be family, whether that be friends, you know, some kind of event has led you to believe that at any given moment people are just going to up and leave you and you're just going to be by yourself. And it's a horrible thing to go through and experience, but I think to help friends is just to reassure them that, you know, things are okay, you know, that they're not going anywhere. I think that, you know, to be honest, and, you know, if they do something wrong, to communicate that with them. You know, I think that a lot of times when people just up and leave, it's a result of people not communicating issues. And again, people that know me will know that I'm very I'm very like honest when there's an issue. I tend to straight away will say like, hey, this kind of thing upset me, can we like talk about it maybe? You know, I think that just talking about an issue and ironing it out is just the best way to handle it. And yeah, it's just tough, because everybody, you know, communicates differently. Everybody does things differently. So it's difficult when, you know, what works for me might not work for other people. So I think in terms of supporting people that struggle with this, it's just being honest with them if they've done something wrong. You know, just communicate with them about any struggles or issues. I think it's important to even do research. I think doing research into how to help can be really important. Again, there's a lot of stigma. I was trying to do some more research earlier before I streamed, and I just looked up like some stuff about BPD, and the first thing that came up is, what kind of trauma do you get from dating someone with BPD? Not like, and it was like, oh my gosh. Like, it wasn't even a support for people with the disorder, it was support for people who have dated someone with the disorder. As if it's like this just all beholding negative. Like, it was just awful to see. And it's just, there's so much stigma around it. It's really horrible. And again, it doesn't help when there's this rising thing of like, I'm a BPD girly, look at me. It's just, it's really tough to put into words. And, you know, I thought before this stream, I was like, what if I just write down everything I want to say? And, you know, but I don't think it would really portray what I'm trying to say. I just really want to raise awareness to, you know, whoever I can about this issue, and just make it known that, you know, people who go through this, you know, aren't evil. They're still people. Like, even with stubborn as welding metal when it comes to staying supportive. So yeah, I intend to support you, Larry. Thank you. That's so sweet. Since it's similar to bipolar, they grouped it all together. Yeah, they kind of do a lot of the time. The amount of times I've spoken to, like, doctors and I'm like, oh, I have BPD, and they're like, oh, so bipolar. I'm like, no. No. Yeah, it's just, it's rough. I really like being your friend. I like being your friend too, Minima. I really like being your friend. You're so communicative. So are you. And it's very lovely. I genuinely mix up the abbreviations. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. There's no, like, harm in it, you know? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I think it's when I'm speaking to doctors and I say, I'm like, you're the professional. You should know this one. So sometimes it's a little frustrating. Yeah, it's just, it's not something that's very talked about, and sometimes I bring it up to people and they're like, oh, what's that? And it's just, obviously, you know, I'm happy to talk to people and, you know, educate people and whatever, but it's difficult when every time people research it, they're like, oh, what's that? And they look it up, it's just bad thing after bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. Oh, I'm thinking DID. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's just it's rough. Oh, Lixian, thank you for the 31 bits. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. That's so lovely. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think in its simplest form it is similar to bipolar. But it's not exactly the same. I'm thinking, I want to be friend. Well, of course we can be friends. I'm happy to be friends with anyone. As long as you're a nice person. I just wanted to take the top one. Totally valid. Well, the top one's now yours, so congratulations. Yeah, it definitely impacts streaming and just impacts life in general. Again, I'll plan a stream and the smallest thing will throw me off, and I kind of just crumble, and I'm just not in a very good state to, you know, do a stream. Thank you for the 9 bits, Lixian. Thank you. Just to make sure. I got you. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. Really appreciate you doing this and being open about such a topic. I mean, I've always been one of those people that I'm like, well, if no one else is going to do it, then I guess I should. And it's just something that isn't really talked about, and I think that it should be. I think that people should be open and should be honest about how they feel and what they're going through and the struggles they have. I think it makes you more human. I don't think there's anything wrong with ever being open about that kind of thing. You know, I think I've been thinking a lot about what kind of person I want to be and what kind of brand, quote unquote, I want to build, and, you know, what kind of... Oh, Minima, thank you. That's so sweet. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. Yeah, just thinking about what kind of streamer I want to be. And I just want to be... I think I just want to be someone that people can turn to, you know? I just want to be honest with myself and, you know, the people around me, and I want people to look at me and be like, you know, I've never, you know, I think that this is a good streamer. I don't know why, but you popped up in my recommended. Then that is a name I've not seen in a while. Hi, hello. I've not seen that name in a long, long time. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's not easy by any means, but it's manageable. There's a lot of things that definitely don't make it don't make it better. And there's a lot of just other things kind of looped into it. There's a lot of like anxiety and, you know, depression and that kind of thing, but you know, I'm sure you all understand how that works, so I'm not going to lecture you on how that works. I'm good. Hope the same for you. I'm doing all right, thank you. Yeah, there's just it's not easy, and especially when you kind of go to, especially in the UK, you go to healthcare professionals and they kind of just don't really know what they're doing. And there's all this stuff on the news about, like, the NHS getting, like, defunded, and, oh, it's gonna go to shit, and you look at everywhere else in the world, America, and everything's going to shit there, and it's just... It just doesn't fill me with hope. You know, I know deep down in my heartest of hearts that things are gonna get better and things are gonna be okay, but when there's so much negativity or everywhere you look, it just doesn't fill me with hope that things will get better. You know, and I don't want to sit here and say everything's going wrong, everything's going bad, you know, that's not what I want to say, but yeah, mental health / therapy is like the least professional profession, I swear to God. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think that it's one of those things that's just, there's no right or wrong answer to it, you know? There's no yes or no, this works, this doesn't work, because everyone's so different, everyone's experience is so different, so there's no way to say that somebody's a good therapist or not. There's no way to say that somebody's, you know, like, the help that they're getting is helping or not. It's a very grey area for sure. No, for real. It's definitely a grey area, if not one of the greyest areas. But I think it's important that people talk about it. And I think something else I really want to establish here is that, like, I just want to make people comfortable with talking about stuff. There's so many people that I've run into in my life, and so many people that I know and that I've met, that just because of experiences they've had, they're always so hesitant to talk about feelings. And I think I really want to set an example that, you know, talking about feelings is not a bad thing, and it never is a bad thing. And at least here, everybody has a space to just talk about how they're feeling. A stretch check, thank you. I'm very old, and my bones ache. So, very much needed, thank you. My vicious bits attack. You're such a sweet bean. No, you. No, you. I just really want to make a place where people just feel comfortable and safe. I think that it's very important to do that when there's so much shit going on. Hi, I'm new. Well, hello then. My name's Lyra. I am a Star Demon VTuber. I'm part of a group called Eternale, which currently has auditions open. So, if you want to audition, now's the time. Yeah, I just stream a variety of content, and hopefully you can enjoy. This is like the first really like heavy, serious stream I've done, so I promise my content is not like this. I am usually quite silly and stupid. This is like the first serious thing I've done. I locked in today, guys. I locked in. But hold on, I have like a list of points that I think I just wanted to address, because I knew I'd get a bit frazzled and wouldn't really know. Me want to join Eternally, but only being 16 or 17 in October, so Eternally in 2026 real. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's over 18s only, I'm sorry. Hold on, let's do. Oh yeah, the good thing is that, whilst, you know, BPD's really difficult to kind of live with and handle, it also has one of the best remission rates, the best recovery rates. Like 93% of people recover after 2 years of treatment. So, you know, that's a really, really positive statistic, my bad. So, you know, once treatment gets going and, you know, gets moving, then, you know what, that'll be all good. But yeah, it's a lot of like the negative behaviors that kind of come with it are very extreme, very very bad reactions to things, very skewed ways of thinking. And I try not to let any of that bleed through into the content that I make or anything I post on social media. You know, I try to not be super angry and on social media, and I try to stream only when I'm in a good headspace, to kind of avoid any of that negativity bleeding in. But, you know, it's inevitable that it'll happen at some point. So I think it's important that, you know, you guys know. So if, you know, if something ever, not like something happens as in like, oh my god, I'm gonna join stream one day, I'm gonna call someone a slur. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. But, you know, if I'm ever feeling a certain way, then you guys are at least aware of why that is and where that comes from. There's a lot of heavy stuff around it that, you know, I won't speak about unless somebody asks about it. But it's just, socially, I think it makes it a bit more difficult to make friends. Not in a way of, oh, I don't have any friends, because I do. I have a lot of people around me that I'm very grateful for in my life. But it makes it difficult because I kind of view it through this really weird lens of, oh, these people are going to leave me one day, and they're going to leave, and I'm going to be all by myself. And so it kind of, it's difficult to really weigh up the value of a lot of friendships when I always have this thing in the back of my mind that's like, these people they're gonna leave. Sometimes it's like, well, what's the point? You know, if these people are gonna leave, then what's the point in being friends with them? And I have to, it's a constant, just exhausting thing of I have to remind myself all the time of, no, these people do care about me. If they didn't, they wouldn't be here. You know, and that is just a stupid voice in the back of your head, and you're dumb and stupid, and, you know, these people care about you. You're my friend whether you want it or not. Whether wheat. You know, that isn't to say I don't value the friendships I have. I do, more than anything. You know, I value my friendships so highly, and I love all my friends so dearly. I wish that I was just able to, I think, trust that a little bit more. And it's not that I don't trust them. I do trust them. It's just I wish I could trust myself. Trusting myself that, yeah, I do care about these people, and these people care about me, and, you know, they're not just speaking to me to get something out of it. They're not just being friends with me for some ulterior motive. They're friends with me because they want to be friends with me. And, you know, sometimes it bleeds into streaming. It's like people are just showing up to get something out of it, or people are only watching you because of this thing or of this thing. And I think it's really important to just not listen to that. Mary, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Oh, you didn't have to do that. That's so lovely. Gosh, you're so lovely. Thank you so much. That means the world. For me, it's like, what's the point? I get an excuse to spend time doing something other than playing video games all day long. Exactly. It's it's difficult. I'm not here to, you know, trauma dump or be like, oh, when I was 5 years old, you know, I'm not trying to do that. But, you know, I've been in a lot of situations with friends where, you know, I've been like, yeah, we're close and we're good friends, and we're gonna be friends forever, and we're like close, and this is like my best friend, and something happens and they're just the same time next week they're gone. You know, it kind of, it's just that whole being able to put trust into people. If you've had trust broken before, it's difficult to put that trust in people when it's kind of been messed with before. And that goes for any scenario, really, you know. If you walk along a bridge and it breaks, you're going to be scared to walk on bridges again. So I get it. Christara, thank you for donating. Thank you. We've already reached our £100 goal. That's amazing. You guys are so lovely and so sweet. This donation's going to be open for the whole month. Like the whole month of May. So the fact that we've hit this in 30 minutes is crazy. You guys are so lovely. Oh my gosh. You're gonna make me cry. You guys are very lovely and sweet. Thank you so much. That means the absolute world to me. Sorry, I accidentally moved my OBS to the wrong screen. There we go. Thank you, that means a lot. We did it! You're stuck with me? Well, you know what? I'm okay with that. Minnie, I mean Larry. Hi, Dragon. Hi. I feel awkward to throw credit, but you've supported it. I wouldn't even think there'd be a charity fair without your stream today. Oh, thank you. Originally, I think I was gonna have like Mind as the charity, because they're like a mental health charity, just in general. But oddly, there's not a general one. It's for like specific regions in the UK. And I was like, oh, yeah. I will admit I somewhat have trust issues too, but it's very strange. I don't mind sharing personal information, but unless I trust the person a lot, I won't let them borrow my stuff. Well, some personal information is still only for trusted people. No, I get that. And thank you for the head pat. Yeah, I get that. It's, yeah, it's like I can sit here and talk about issues and be transparent, but it's whether I can put that into action, I have no problem talking about my feelings and being honest, but it's whether I can reflect on that and do something about it, which I think is the difficult part. I think that talking about something is definitely the first step, and I think that's a very big step, Talking about feelings is never easy, and being open about it's stuff that's really close to your chest is not an easy thing to do. But after you've talked about it, it's then being like, well, where do we go now? What do we do with this? I've gotten all this off my chest, but what do I do with that now? I think that's the difficult bit. I popped by because I noticed I had 43k points, so I was confused. But glad you're doing as well as you can be. Thank you. Yeah, definitely was a shock to the system, to see your username, but I'm glad you're here, so thank you for stopping by. Oh, thank you for the follow, Ben. Thank you. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, I'm more than willing to answer, otherwise I'll just keep waffling, but and just because bald, I have the bald redeem off at the moment. I'm very sorry. I felt like it would be a little bit weird and demeaning if I was giving a really serious talk and I had no hair. I feel like it would be a little strange. Hi Larry. Hi Callum. Dang, sorry, I will refund you your points, don't worry. I like the hair. Why do you make a bald? I'm not bald. Don't worry, guys. We're so close. Eventually, don't worry. I will put it back on next time. Yeah, I will do my best to, always bring the best version of myself to stream. I will try to always just be, open and honest and put the best version of myself here in front of you guys. But, I want you to know that I can't always guarantee that. So, if I turn up to stream one day and I'm a little bit more grumpy than usual, or I'm, a little bit more sensitive, or if, I seem a bit more tired, then just so you guys know. Love all parts of you, Larry. Thank you. That's very sweet of you, Callum. Thank you for the bits, Mary. Thank you. Thank you for the head pat. Thank you. My head is all pat. Head all pat. We don't expect perfectness, we expect you to just be you. That, at least that's what I personally feel, and that's very sweet of you. That means a lot. A lot of times I see people on Twitter being like, you can't talk about politics, you can't talk about, your feelings, you need to be this like positive thing, so when people are feeling bad, they can come into your stream and feel better. And it's like, I understand that, I can get that perspective, but the people who stream are humans as well. You can't expect them to act okay and be perfect all the time. I think that there needs to be a balance. I think it's important for streamers to also have vulnerable moments and to let people know that they're also vulnerable. That head can fit so many head pats. Yeah, my shiny head, you don't know how many hands you can fit on it. Too many. They don't need to feel better, they need to feel human. Exactly. I think that is a really important thing to hold on to is, I think when I'm having a bad day, or, I need to calm myself down, or I'm having a really bad episode, it's always really helpful for me to just hop into a stream and just like listen to what someone's doing. I might not engage in the chat, I might not, be super active or, hit all the redeems, but just seeing somebody else just doing something and being themselves is such a strong grounding method for me, because when you get in your head and you get in all these, like, you know, all these anxieties and all these worries and everything feels overwhelming and it all swells, it's so difficult to put yourself back on, like, you know, solid ground. It's so difficult to bring yourself back down to earth, if that makes sense. So just being able to, like, the amount of times I've woken up, you know, and something's gotten me all riled up. And, you know, I've seen Minimus streaming in the morning, and I'm like, oh my god, thank god, oh my god. You know, and I'll hop into Minimus stream, or, you know, late in the evening, if it's like 2 in the morning and I wake up, I'm like, oh, sci-fi streaming, I can hop into sci-fi stream, you know, stuff like that. Chrome, yeah, that's my head, it's my head. I mean, never seen a human with a bigger chrome dome than you, but still you. Okay, you know what, that's okay. If I have to take the trophy, the biggest chrome dome, I will. I'll do it. Yeah, I think it's really important to, you know, just be, I don't have to be perfect, but I think I just need to be as human as possible. Streaming in the morning is very brave of me. You're so brave. You're so brave. You're so brave. Literally, my reaction when I see Minima stream really grew on me fast. I'm a certified tea addict. Well, joke's on you, Minima doesn't actually like tea. She said it on her Twitter, so. Brave, big, bold, even. You don't even know. You don't even know. You know what, me talking about my big balls, I think I need a whole stream dedicated to that. Very literal and true. Never even tried to. No, for real. Lyra, hello, that's me. We're eating tea together. Eating? Don't matter to me, tea is tea. Okay, we can eat tea next time. Cookies. What? You trying to say cookies? Eating scram the tea bag. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it. Cookies. You cooking, Minima? You cooking? Cooksy. Cookies. Cooksay. Cookies. There you go. Yay! The other biscuit. The other one. I think something as well that's important for me to bring up is that how do I word this? It's not that, like, I don't want to say it. I'm trying to think how to put it into words. So for those who don't know, I am in a very, very happy relationship with Guy-Ray VT, Guy-Ray _VT. And, you know, we're very happy together, and, you know, all that mushy relationship stuff. And he's very lovely, very sweet. Guy-Ray _VT, yes, full legal name. Shout out Guy-Ray VT. He's very lovely, very sweet, and, you know, he makes me very happy. But we are long distance, and by long distance I mean, like, he's on, you know, the other side of the UK, so it's not like he's in another country, but it's still long distance. And he is a busy man who works a 9-to-5 job. And it means that I can't see him all the time. Based on who he is, VT should be 40k, Gare 40k, Warhammer nerd. He is a Warhammer nerd. You're very right. But, you know, he tries to come up and see me as much as possible. And I try and see him as much as possible, but, you know, like, him getting time off work and, you know, just money and traveling, because trains in the UK are fucking extortionate. You know, it's not something we can do all the time. And just, you know, where we are in our lives right now, you know, moving in together isn't an option, which is completely okay, you know, it's fine. Oh, excuse me. you know, and it's just, what I'm trying to get at is that he is very much a strong support for me, and he makes me very happy and makes me feel very loved. Again, all mushy stuff, you know, but a lot of the time when he comes up, the days following after he leaves are incredibly difficult for me, because they kind of feed that fear of abandonment that I was talking about earlier. You know, the main thing about BPD is just the fear of being abandoned, of being left alone. And, you know, he'll come up to see me, we'll have, you know, an amazing time, you know, we'll have, like, loads of fun, and it'll be, like, probably the happiest I felt in a long time. And then he leaves, and it just feels like someone just ripped something out of my stomach. It's not easy. And so a lot of time to get a hippogriff. Oh no, for real. Yeah, I'm gonna invent teleportation. So a lot of times the space, oh god, said I come on, I can do this without crying. Come on, I can do this. See, if I cry, I have a reason to use my cry, what's it called? The cry toggle. I have a reason to use it. So why is my eye tweaking out? Where's my eye tweak? Okay. If I cry, I have a reason to use it. So, you know, I'm not too hesitant. Anyway, yeah, it's really difficult when you kind of have this one person that just makes everything just better. And when they leave, it kind of feeds into that, like, the biggest fear that you have. So I told myself at the end of the summer, I thought a reason to use it. I finally have a reason. Hey Larry, it's good to see you. How are you? I'm doing alright. We're just having a nice heart to heart here. But yeah, he is a very strong light in my life, and it really hurts when he has to go. Come on, I can do this. Come on. I'm big and brave, and I'm strong. I got this. Come on. Come on, dumbass. You can do this. Okay. But, you're so wholesome. Expect to see me in chat almost every stream. That's so sweet. You got this, but you can cry. Thank you. What I'm trying to get at is that when he's not here, it's very difficult. And something that has been a real light, I suppose. Oh, I'm crying. We can do the cry redeem now. Hold on. There we go. We got it. Something that has been a real light in that kind of feeling is streaming. You know, I used to, after he left, I would spend just like days kind of just sat in bed, just kind of being really sad and missing him, and with, you know, the whole everything just feels 10 times stronger because BPD's a bitch. I'd be just like grieving, you know. I'd have this feeling of like, he's gone, he's not coming back, you know, he's left me just like everyone else, and I'd, you know, absolutely lose my shit. But something that has really, really helped to not do that is streaming. Just being like, okay, you know what, I'm not going to spend this time moping around. I'm not just going to sit here and think that nobody cares. You know, I'm going to stream, and I'm going to spend my time with people that are really lovely and sweet, and, you know, people that love and care, and it's just been a really nice reminder that there are people that care. And in that time where I'm feeling like I'm by myself, it's really nice to see that I'm not. And this isn't a thing of like, oh my gosh, when I stream it makes me feel better, you guys better fucking turn up. That's not what I'm trying to do. I realised that that's how it sounded. It sounded like I'm like, fucking show up. That's not what I meant to do. But it's just when I'm feeling like so by myself and just really alone, and, you know, like, my heart's just bleeding. It's really nice to stream and just see, you know, people turn up and they're just like, you know, hi Lyra, and how you doing? And it might not mean much to you just stopping by saying hi, or just being like, you know, I can't stay long but I'm gonna lurk, or, you know, like, hi, how you doing? It might not mean much to you, but it means so much to me, like more than I could ever put into words. It is just, it's so, it means so much to me. And I hope that I could one day fully express how much that means. The internet's strained. You see a lot of deprivation, but you'll see support you rarely see in real life from personal experience. It's easier to befriend, connect with strangers online than in real life. Exactly. Also, Larry, you have a very pretty voice. Thank you. Thank you, that's very sweet. It's tough, though, too. People you're attached to can be your motivation, so it would be hard to pick yourself up. Exactly. And I find myself in that space of, you know, everything felt really nice and really good when he was here. So now that he's not, I get in this very existential headspace of, well, everything feels bad, everything's miserable, and everything's and that's not the case at all. You know, like Guy Ray was here over the weekend and he left yesterday, and every single time he leaves, it hurts, don't get me wrong, but it gets so much easier because now it's not that he leaves and I spend a week just crying. It's that he leaves and I'm like, okay, well now I can use this time and use this, you know, hold on to all that happy feeling and put that into something else, put it into streaming, put it into, you know, recording more music, which I'm on a roll with at the moment for some reason. You know, I can use it to spend time with my friends. Plan more streaming stuff, you know, plan events and plan other things and whatnot. So, yeah, I just wanted to really drive home just how special you guys are to me and how much you help me. You're all very lovely and very sweet, and you know, sometimes I've been like, oh, I don't know if I should stream today. I'm feeling really bad. I'm not feeling great. You know, and sometimes I'll be like, okay, sure, let's do it anyway. And someone will come into chat and just be so lovely and sweet, and it just makes my whole day. Or someone will come in and make me bald, and you know, it. Yeah, you tuck my hair, but still, it makes me happy. And it just means a lot to me. So I wanted to make sure you guys all knew that I very much love and appreciate you all. It me, you bald. No! When Gary leaves, I can go back to disturbing Lyra. Yeah, when Gary's not here, Minima's like, it's time! And just grabs me by the shoulders. Yeah, so I just really wanted to let you guys know that you guys mean a lot to me, and you know, I really appreciate you all. And you know, I might not express it as much, but you guys very much help, so thank you. Morning, morning, morning! Morning, Purple. I'm sorry you caught me at a very, very odd time. I'm being all sentimental and mushy. Which doesn't happen often. You know, I'm usually so cool and stone cold. I've been opposite of sweet for long enough, so now it's redemption time. New year, new me, as they say. Exactly. It's never too late to turn it around. I messaged Lyra when Gaire's there, like, I miss you, Pookie. When are you coming back to me? She does. That's chill. I don't know who you are. Well, hello. I'm Lyra. Nice to meet you. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I've mostly stopped crying. We can turn the crying thing off. So scandalous. So scandalous. So scandalous. Yeah, I think generally that's about it for the serious talk. I think it was just, you know, just letting you guys know that you know, some days it might be a little bit difficult, but I'm gonna really do my best to you know, get better and be here. If you listen to Epic the Musical, have I? Oh boy, have I. Don't get us started on Epic. We'll be here all day. Thank you for the follow, Purple Face. I love Epic. I don't think I've listened to any other music for the past 2 weeks. I listened to it a while ago, and then I kind of like not stopped listening to it, but listened to it here and there. And then I got Gyre into it, and it's just been non-stop. It's just been non-stop. It's just, it doesn't end. It doesn't end. I kid you not, before starting stream, I was like, is there like lo-fi versions of the Epic songs that I can put on in the background? I was like, is that like a piano or a lo-fi version that I can put on? Favorite sounds to keep your friends close, Underworld and Suffering. Very good choices. I think my favorites are currently, I think The Challenge is my favorite. Challenge is very good. Suffering is a banger. Underworld's very good. Really like Underworld. I think those are my main ones at the moment, but it changes like every day at this point. Honorable mention to Wouldn't You Like? Very, very good, very good. Very big fan. Wouldn't You Like? Such a banger. I Would Fall in Love with You. Oh my god. Would You Fall in Love with Me is an amazing song. I've been listening to that one a lot today. That one's good. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Let me just check my little bullet points to see there's nothing else that I missed. Before we move off of the serious topic and, you know, we can talk about some more lighthearted stuff. I think that's it generally, unless anyone has anything else or any other questions, then that's pretty much all the serious talk I can think of. And anybody that has been here and listened to all my serious yapping and my crying, I very much appreciate it. You know, it means a lot, so thank you. I will try not to make a habit of streaming me trauma dumping and crying my eyes out, but you know, who knows. So thank you very much. Hi, I'm new. Hello! My name's Lyra. I am a Star Demon VTuber. I am British, sadly. I'm part of a group called eternale, which has auditions open, so if you want to become a VTuber, you should audition. Yeah, I stream a variety of content. I kind of just like playing games, I like music, I like art, just kind of everything you can think of, really. Yeah, hello, welcome. Let me just change my title because we're all done with serious talk. There we go. If you guys, you know, have any serious questions, then feel free to ask. But I think I'm all done with my spiel. What's your favorite type of military vehicle? Good question. What a base question. Military vehicle. I do like a good tank. A good tank is good. Oh, you're right, Rumple. I should put the redeems back on. Alright, the redeems should be back on now. They should be back on. And let me go to my mod view, so anybody that redeems stuff, I can give you your points back. Hold on. Rewards, request queue. There you go. You all got your points back. Yippee! Got a favorite tank? I don't know any specifics. I'm sorry. What was that about auditions? Yeah, I'm part of a group called eternale, which There we go. We're a group of like a found family kind of. But our main thing is we just want to make people's VTuber dreams come true. So we have auditions open at the moment, and if you've ever wanted to be a VTuber, then this is a really good opportunity. There's no like oh, thank you for the bits, Lixian. Thank you. Thank you. There's no kind of, what's it called? Is it profit shares? Yeah, there's no profit shares. So any money that you make from anything is all yours. Any money you make from merch, any money you make from streaming, any money you make from anything at all is all yours. You get to keep every single penny. If you don't have a model and assets, we have a couple that we can hand out. And if you do have models and assets, then you join our branch of people that already have themselves established. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it here, but I promise it's worth it. Everything I have on stream, like my model, my background, my redeems, everything is all eternally funded. So everything you see is all very kindly given to me by Eternally. Do you have a dragon? A dragon? I wish I had a dragon. Isn't a dragon VTuber in the group? We do, funnily enough. We do. Hold on. I can't. Is it underscore VT or is it just VT? Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I need to get his thing. It is. Is it VT or underscore? It's just VT. There's no underscore. There we go. If you're not following Kieran already, Kieran is a very, very cool streamer. He is a Chaos Dragon. He's part of Eternally, and he is... When's he streaming next? He streamed... What day is it today? It's Tuesday today, right? Tuesday. Sure, it is. He's streaming at 5 PM EST, streaming Resident Evil 2 today. So if you're not following him, go follow him right now. Yeah. Tuesday. What do you not have? I need ideas. I can't just be basic undecided thing forever. Don't have a worm yet. Yeah, we don't have a worm. That's true. I know what we do. That's like, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not a worm. I'm not a worm. Yeah, we have... Let me go through everyone that we have. So, we have Minima, which is our T-Witch. Then we have Engel, which is our computer virus angel. Interesting. But, yeah, very, very cool. Wormray. Obviously, she's a satyr. I love satyrs! Oh. Sadly, my legs aren't, my legs are human. So can I have my hair back, please? I need my hair back. Give it back. Hold on, let me show you guys. I have human legs, and I have a tail. Yes. I'm a demon, but mainly human. Put it back, please. I want my hair, please. Then we have Sari, which is a strawberry witch. Or a strawberry angel. I think maybe a mix between the two. We have Ryu, which is our kitsune dragon spirit. Gotta go have a lovely stream. Thank you for stopping by, Minima. If you're not following Minima, go follow Minima right now. You better. Then we have Q, which is our chaos dragon. We have Lily, which is our little cottagecore girly. She's so cute. We have me, which is, you know, our star demon. And we have Sci-Fi, which is our space cyborg. So yeah, we've got quite a wide variety going. Nice variety of people. A good collection per se. But yeah, we have auditions open at the moment, so if you've ever wanted to step into the VTubing world, then maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. Yeah, very exciting stuff. I will say just being in Eternally has been, it's been so good. It's been such a treat. I just got to know so many amazing people. I've gotten to experience just so many cool stuff. So much cool stuff. I can't English very well. If I were to join, I would like to be a multiverse Power Ranger. Well, I don't know if we have any models for multiverse Power Rangers, but we can definitely give it a look. Your giggle's so cute. Thank you. You're so sweet. I have snacks, guys. Do you want a snack? What snack should I have? Okay, hold on. I need to get my snacks. I was talking to parents, so anyway, got a spirit. We have a Kitsune dragon spirit called Ryu. Who else was there? Who else? Hold on. I need to get the list back. Then we have Q, which is our chaos dragon. We have Lily, which is our little cottage core girly. Me, a star demon, and then we have Sci-Fi, which is a space cyborg. The minimum I would like is a purple mask. Well, you know what? You know what you want. There's nothing wrong with that. Hold on, what snacks we got? Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I have a sausage roll. Do you guys want a sausage roll? Love sausage rolls. That's so loud. Oh. Greg's? It's not a Greg sausage roll, sadly. I wish it was. Greg is so good. But it's not Greg, sadly. What could I be then? My current design is basically just a Dragon Ball Z OC. Well, the way that it works is that we have like 2 branches. If you have everything like established for yourself, like if you have a model and if you have assets and stuff, you go into branch B. I should have started with branch A, but branch B, which is like if you want like guidance and if you want just like managing kind of. Branch A is we have like a limited amount of models, and we will give those to whoever we think's the best fit. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. And if a PNG that's poorly made, well, maybe one of our models might be a good fit for you. Oh, I love this piece. I listen to this piano piece quite a bit. It's really good. Sausage rolls are so good, man. I envy anywhere that doesn't. I don't envy places that don't have sausage rolls. Sausage rolls are so fucking good. Peak food. Peak food. Is there anything left in this? There is. Okay, there we go. Snack all consumed. I don't have money to buy the games to stream, nor do I even know how to. Again, like, if it's something you want to do, then, you know, throw an audition down and see how it goes. No harm in doing that. I didn't mean to do that. I said an eye patch, just kidding, that's no fun. I mean, I think eye patches is such a cool, like, design trait. Whenever I see, like, a design that has an eye patch, it's very cool, it's very cool. Is there a link I got to follow? So, hold on. So, if you go to this link, and then go to the Eternally Twitter, you get the reference, my dear. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with references. Yeah, if you go to the Twitter, and then on the Twitter account, there will be the post about auditions. Skull and crossbones on a black flag. Is that a pirate reference? Or is that a One Piece reference? Or is that... I have no idea, okay? One Piece is about pirates, right? I don't fucking know. I'm also oopid. I'm also really dumb and oopid. That's boring. Piracy means no multiplayer after all. True, true. Pirates stinky. Pirates stinky. I think pirates always have such cool designs though. Like the aesthetic of like pirates with like a swashbuckler vibe. I think that's really cool. Literally they do stink. Yeah, that's what I mean. They do stink because they don't wash. I never had a bath before. Like, motherfucker doesn't know what a bath is. No, yeah, pirate design's really cool. I think eye patches are very good features. I am not biased at all. Not in the slightest. Gaire's design definitely doesn't have an eye patch. I'm not biased. Can DM me my current design if you want. You can do. I just won't check it until after stream, I'm afraid. Sorry. I just close my Discord while I stream, so I don't get any notifications and stuff. Even when I have it on Do Not Disturb, I just, the little icon at the bottom, I'm just like, oh, I have a message, who's it from? And I get distracted. So, my apologies, my apologies. I am just looking for something, bear with me. I can't find what I'm looking for. Never mind. It's all good. How's the... I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means. Do enlighten me. Question for Minima? Oh, Minima said they had to go a little bit ago. I don't know if Minima's still here. Minima! Do you reckon if we shout her name, she'll show up? Minima! She's dead. She's dead, guys. She's dead. She's gone. She's dead. I'm blind? Nah, it's all good. Salem got her. For real. Let's see you try it. Means hello everyone in Lithuanian. Sveiki visi? I used to have a Lithuanian friend, but they didn't really speak in Lithuanian, so I didn't actually learn any, but I completely drifted off, so I don't know what's happening, but you're doing great. Thank you. Also, get some sleep. If you're drifting off, get some rest. Understandable enough. You know what? We'll take it. We'll take it. I'm always really bad at, like, the just chatting thing. Like, I'm not great at sitting here and talking a lot of the time. So if I go quiet for like a second or two, it's because I'm like, what do I do? Not EP drifting, but like ADHD drifting. Oh, got you. Got you. Thank you for the headpad. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm hoping to add more redeems over the next couple weeks, but I think I just need to think of things to add. Yeah, I just need to think of what kind of things. I also want to get a bit more creative with redeems, you know? Thank you for throwing your coin into the well. And the stretch check. Oh, thank you. Lithuanian brand, what was it? I had a Lithuanian friend. I used to have a Lithuanian friend. Apologies. Was there to stretch out your hands and fingies? I would do that right now. Ow! Do you hear my fucking knuckle crack? No carpal tunnel for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. There we go. No, thank you. I definitely need that. My hands are not stretched enough. I feel like as somebody that like does a lot of stuff from their desk and also draws and like plays music, I use my hands quite a bit and I don't really do much to look after my hands. I feel like I should maybe look into that, you know, maybe at least some kind of like massage ritual could be good. Yours aren't stretched enough, mine are just shaky, even when trying to simply trace. My hands I think used to be shaky, but I think once I started doing things like drawing a lot more, I think it started to even out. There's a lot of like fine things that I'd love to do, like, you know, painting like mini figures or like, you know, things that require a fine amount of detail, but my hands are just not equipped for it. I'm often quite like, I don't want to say brute force, but I tend to underestimate how like strong I can be sometimes. So anything delicate and light is not up my alley. I have a knack for breaking things and losing small things. For my birthday, oh no, for Christmas, Gary got me some Lego, and it was like the worst thing ever. Not because I didn't enjoy it, it was very fun, but I just kept like dropping pieces, and I'm like, where does this go? And oh my gosh, this thing won't fit in here, and I keep breaking this off. So I'm a little bit incapable in that department. I only trace with stream material for now, so I'm confident enough in my capability to draw a straight line to start drawing. I think that tracing is frowned upon in drawing. I think that, but like, I don't think it should be, is what I'm trying to say. I think that if you trace someone's work and you play it off as your own, I think that's obviously where things get a bit risky, because, you know, that's just plagiarism. But I think to learn how to draw, I think that tracing's really important, you know? I think that if it's just for your own practice, I think it's really important to just like trace over things and just to learn how like lines work, and because a lot of drawing is muscle memory and learning those techniques, and I think that you learn those best from tracing over things. Like if you're learning a language or if you're learning to write, you'll always have those like boxes and it's like, oh, draw over this shape, and then you learn how to write letters and like you know, characters and stuff. So I think it's really important to do that for art as well. I and the artist have an agreement. He draws stuff on paper, I sometimes trace it. Yeah, if it's with somebody that that you have that agreement with, then that's fine. Me for a bull in a china shop, no, for real. I'm surprised I can draw on an iPad, like, relatively okay. No, yeah, I used to have a friend where they would draw kind of like the base shapes, if that makes sense, and then I would draw everything else, just because I suck at anatomy. It's like, it's something that I really want to get better at, and it's something I am gradually getting better at, but I'm one of those people where I'm like, this is taking too long, I want to be good at it now. So it's just having the patience to, like, you know, learn that and do that. I also have a ukulele but can't play for shit. I have a ukulele. I have a lot of instruments. Yeah, I think the instrument I'm currently working on learning is a guitar. I have a guitar, an electric guitar. So yeah, I think that's what I'm focusing on at the moment. Is it going well? No, I'm still bad. I'm still shit. But we're getting there. It's difficult because I do really like playing string instruments. Like, I used to play violin. I loved that. And I really like playing the ukulele, and I bought like a Chinese violin a few years ago, and that was very fun to play. So I'm like, oh yeah, guitar. And it's just really difficult for some reason, and I can't quite put my finger on why. Maybe it's that, like, I don't know what it is, but for some reason guitar is just so much more difficult than learning like a violin or any other string instrument. The only instrument I can play is the drums. I admire that. I I'm really bad at the drums. So I used to play the viola. Ooh, love the viola. I think maybe it's the way that you hold the guitar, because with a violin you hold it like in front of you. Whereas with the guitar you have to kind of bend your hand around, and I have very small hands. So trying to like bend them around to hit certain strings is a little difficult for me. And there's also things of like, sometimes you can't hold the bottom string, so I have to like lift my whole hand up not to push that string down. Yeah, I'm just bad at the guitar. I'm just bad. I'm just not great. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I can't play the drums. I am the drums. Oh, I see. The piano, but only Mary has a little lamb. One day I will. I'll hook my keyboard up. And I'll do like a little music stream. I'll plug my guitar in. You can hear my bad guitar playing. And then I'll plug my keyboard in, and I'll, you know, we'll get some tunes going. I have pianist fingers, or some call them thief fingers. I also have I have pianist hands. Something saying penis hands. That's not what I'm saying. Pianist. But yeah, I think keyboard and like piano is the instrument I'm most comfortable with, besides my voice. I'm primarily a singer. But I've been playing like piano and keyboard for like, oh god, since year 2. So I would have been like 7 years old. So, oh god, a long time now. So that's like 15 plus years. Long arms and long fingers, yet no skill to use either. I have very small hands and very short arms because I'm tiny. So yeah, I often find it's difficult to do some things. But you know, some things are quite easy. Tiny means huggable. You know what? I'm okay with that. Sometimes when I get hugs from people, they'll like crouch down to hug me, and I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. I feel so demeaned and mocked and oh, don't do that. Like if it's in like a friendly way, then that's fine. But it's like, you know, oh, hi Cosme. Hi, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Like crouch, I could lift you up. Oh my gosh, that's even worse. If someone picked me up. I'm sorry, I'm gonna punch the shit out of you. I'm a beanpole, but very shaky hands and a horrible coordination. Very fair, very fair. There's nothing wrong with a beanpole. We love a beanpole. I'm 6'3", how the hell so I meant to hug you? Like, okay, what I mean is like leaning down to hug somebody is fine. Like if you lean forward and like put your arms around their neck and okay, I need to get a visual for this, okay? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, bear with. So saying don't squat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't squat. It's when people like squat down. I'm like, ah. Yeah, I'm looking here and there's a guide that says, oh, don't lean over, squat. But I'm like, if you squat, it feels so demeaning, you know? You know, like, I don't know, just squatting down to my level just makes me feel like, just feels criminal. I hate it. Yeah, don't squat. Just like, you can lean forward, you can like turn, you can do whatever you want to, but just don't squat. Just woke up, good morning. I'm also 6'3", you and your fucking tall height. I'm 177 last time I checked, mediocre height here. I am too small. I'll just hold your hand. You know what? That's okay. I'm okay with a head pat as well. You know, pat my head. Me as a European when people speak American measurements. Is centimeters the American one or is centimeters the European one? You'd rather me hug your face? Yeah, I'm fine with that. When I hug most people, I just accept that my head is going into their, like, chest. So, like, whenever I hug people, I try my best to, like, turn my head sideways, and I'm like, yes, we can hug like this. I just accept, like, if they have, like, you know, if they have a flat chest, I don't want to say, like, you know, ooh, man or woman, because that's just, like, you know, that's not very inclusive. So if they have, like, a flatter chest, then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll give them a hug. But if they have, like, a larger chest, I'm, like, hesitantly turning my head away. Like, I don't want to just shove my head into your chest. Yeah, I don't, that isn't something I want to deal with, I'm sorry. Valid. Yeah, I mean, if I'm, like, close friends with someone, then yeah, it doesn't really matter. But comes that I just throw you, yeah, go for it. It depends how. How would you do that? How would you do that? There are 3 genders, wrong. The urge to put on music, I don't know, mobile will force me to pick between you or music. Music's good. I think you should pick music. I think there are more than 3 genders. I think that gender is whatever you want it to be. Well, time to pull out the legendary youngster weapon, the tablet. The tablet! You didn't even read it? Because I don't know how to say it. I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to get it wrong. Attendee of insane asylum. That's me. Oh, and speakers, why? Because I'm obnoxious. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm also quite obnoxious myself. I don't think I've owned, like, a computer with speakers for, like, 10 years. The last PC I had and the monitors I have, they just don't have speakers. So I'm always, like, through headphones. Which I think is fine. I just don't have speakers. I'm okay with that. I don't want anyone else to hear what I'm listening to anyway. I just know my housemate doesn't want to hear Epic the Musical on repeat for 2 weeks in a row. Monitor speakers have worse quality than my eyes. Monitor speakers are awful. My current laptop has no working camera. That is surprisingly a running theme for a lot of laptops I've heard. Like, whenever I talk to my friends about laptops, they're just like, oh yeah, I have a laptop, but like my camera doesn't work and my E key is broken and like my space bar doesn't work. I'm like, well, how do you function? One of my friends, I'm gonna call her out here, Lily. Lily's old laptop, basically the E key was broken. So whenever she wanted to type E, she had to copy and paste it from something else and then just paste it in when she wanted an E in a message. It was crazy. And I didn't even know until like 2 months after. And I was like, you've been copy and pasting E's in your messages for like months? And she's like, yeah. It's crazy. My current laptop is probably still collecting dust because I use a desktop now. Very, very fair. I have a desktop and I very rarely use my laptop, but I use it when like I travel or it hooks up to like my TV. So sometimes if I want to watch things that aren't on the TV, I'll just plug it in. Pro tip, just make Rush E open up as soon as the laptop starts. Rush E is very good song, very good song. For a while my microphone wasn't working, but then it suddenly started working again. God, if I got $1 for every time I had to troubleshoot a microphone, I would be rich as fuck right now. The amount of times my microphone hasn't been working and I'm like, okay, why is it not working? And I spend the whole day just trying to figure it out. It's unreal. Yeah, it's definitely something I spend a lot of my time doing. Like my mic, not so much. My mic's fine, I think. But a lot of times people will message me like, my mic isn't working, what's going on? I'm like, okay, hold on. I've been fixing microphones for a long time now. It's my job. It's not my job. If my job was fixing microphones, I think I'd cry. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to, I'm looking at the time and thinking that I might wrap up soon, but I'm trying to see if there's anybody that I can raid into. That's what I'm looking at right now. When your mic starts working, all you have to do is pray to the gods of technology. Oh, for real, yeah. Like, one day my mic is gonna kick the bucket, and I'm gonna just sit here and pray that it starts working again. To be fair, I've had this mic for a good few years, so if it does eat shit, I'll be like, okay, time to get a new one, but a lot of times I'm like, come on, please, 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 please. I don't want to have to drop money. Can we raid Lacey? Lacey's streaming? Oh my god, I didn't realize Lacey was live right now. Yeah, we can raid into Lacey. I haven't seen Lacey Powderwing in a hot minute. Yeah, we can raid into Lacey. Larry, random question, what's your favorite dinosaur? Ooh, good question, good question. How much is left on the stream? Probably just a couple more minutes. I feel like I'm gonna wrap the stream up soon. Oh! Who up fart in my ass right now? Favorite dinosaur? Good question. I used to be a big dinosaur nerd when I was younger. I'm really thinking hard about this. Give me my hair back. I can't think when I don't have my hair. I can't think about dinosaurs when I don't have my hair. I demand it back. I demand it back. No! Give it back! You bastard. So I have this effect on VTube Studio where it's like, it's a little like glow, so that's why my hair looks a little bit like lighter in some places. I would find it really funny if when the hair went off, it just put that onto my head. I think that would be so funny. Wait, does it do that? Oh, ba-ba-dum. Oh my god, it does! It puts the shine on my head! That's amazing. That's so good. Look, they put the shine on my head. That's very good. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of that. Shiny head. Favorite dinosaur. Sorry, I was meant to answer favorite dinosaur. Let's go with... I like a Carnosaurus. Carnosaurus is good. I think Triceratops is always a safe bet. Not necessarily a dinosaur, but like in that realm of old extinct creatures. My friend is a big fan of Anomalocaris. And I talk about them weirdly and like an obscene amount. So I hear about them a lot. Yeah, dinosaurs are cool. Love dinosaurs. We have a dinosaur in chat. His name's Rumpelgeist. I had to get it in there. I had to. Rumpel's an old man. Peace, bro. Fuck. Sorry, I can't hear you through all your wrinkles. I'm sorry. I can't. Can't hear you. I'm sorry. Can't hear you down there. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get rickrolled. I've been officially rickrolled. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction of reading it. I did read it. I was like, you know what? If I just like don't sing this, I've not been rickrolled. So I'm not going to. Okay, we're gonna raid into Lacey. When you get to Lacey's stream, give Lacey lots of love. Lacey is, if you don't know who Lacey is, she is a lovely, lovely streamer, also British. She used to be part of Eternale, but now she does her own thing. She's independent. She's like an independent indie streamer now, which is really cool. I wish I was brave enough to be independent, but sadly, I'm a little goober. So when you get to Lacey's stream, give her lots of love. We have a tradition here where when we go into someone's stream after a raid, we call them bald. So make sure that you call them bald. In all caps, just call her bald. As bald as can be. So she has no hair, so she's got a shiny head. The whole deal. But yeah, we're gonna raid into Lacey. Thank you everybody who stopped by, who supported, who donated to the charity, who just stuck around for vibes. Hairless behavior, truly. Thank you so much. This stream has been very lovely, and thank you to everybody that listened to the main chunk of it, the big old serious part at the beginning. Thank you very much. It means the world to me. I promise I won't be, yapping and crying every stream. This is just like a one-off. But it means a lot to me that you guys stuck around and stopped by and gave support, so thank you. And we already hit our charity goal in one day, which is just amazing, so thank you so much. Where? That was me earlier. Where, that was me. Bye, Stinky. Yeah, call Lacey Ball when you get in there. I will see you over there. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Thank you for stopping by, and I'm streaming again tomorrow. I'm playing... God forbid. I'm playing Overwatch. I'm playing Overwatch with some friends tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll see you then. Bye. Bye. Bye.